I guess I'll just get right into it. I mean, well, first of all, where are you?
Right now I am in, let's see here. I guess you can see the Three Sisters right here. I'm in Sisters, Oregon. This is where I live, but you can't really see them very well, but I'm out at the shop right now. I'm about to do a workout once we get done here.
Nice. So tell me what you know first about your opponent. Have you been looking at him at all, or are you having your coaches do that?
I've had my coaches do that. I've obviously, I watched his last fight against I believe it was a Russian gentleman for Bellator, and he looks like a tough dude. He's pretty solid. I didn't see anything like crazy outstanding, but he keeps coming the whole time. He's got a hard head. He's got some decent grappling, so got to be prepared for that.
So do you normally have your coaches do most of the the tape, watching the tape, or do you do any of that yourself, or is it sort of just depending on what your workload is at the time?
I definitely, like at the beginning, my coaches will probably watch a few of his fights. We'll talk about it, start working that into training a little bit, and then about 3 weeks out, I usually watch a little film, what I can find most recent, just so I make sure I'm on the right path of a little bit of a game plan for who I'm fighting.
So we didn't hear about this fight till about a week ago, I believe. Did you know longer and it was just, we didn't hear about till later, or was this a last minute fight for you?
I believe it was talked about a little bit, but I think I've known for almost a full camp, but I honestly didn't take any time off my last fight. I just started training again because I'm trying to stay active. I got a kid on the way, and that's going to take a lot of my time. That's at least for the pregnancy or the birth and all that. So I'm trying to get as many fights as I can before I got to tend to the baby. So.
Yeah. So, speaking of that, I know you don't know yet, the baby's not here yet, but you always hear about this like dad power. When Cowboy had his son, everybody was like, oh, he's like a new fighter. Are you kind of looking forward to seeing if that's true or not? Or do you buy into that?
I buy into it a little bit just because, like, I don't know, I guess it's a whole nother type of motivation, it's not out yet, but yeah, absolutely. Like, it makes me want to be a better version of myself every second of the day. That's for sure.
Yeah. Do you know if it's a boy or a girl?
I do not. We're waiting, kind of going old school.
That's awesome. Now, obviously you don't know if it's a boy or a girl, and maybe your answer will change depending on the gender, but do you want your child to maybe eventually someday fight?
My kids will any kid I have, or if I foster kids or whatever I plan to do, they will all fight. Now I won't make them do it necessarily competitively, but you can't be running around here not knowing how to defend yourself or others when may be asked of you.
Yeah. So your last few fights have been at the Mohegan Sun. Obviously, COVID kind of changed everything. This one's going to be in Sioux Falls. Are you excited for a change of scenery?
Super stoked. I love Sioux Falls. I know some people out there, the management team I work with, they're all, based out of there, Dave Martin and them. So I love Sioux Falls. I've been there for some events in the past and had a lot of fun. So I think it'll be a pretty good show. And I know everyone's pretty laid back with the mandate and everything there. They're just trying to have a good time and live their lives. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked to switch it up a little bit.
Does the venue change really like how you fight? Do you feel like, obviously fans versus no fans might affect that, but just the venue itself, like the vibe you get from the arena that you're performing in?
I guess it could. There's times where you definitely can get a little more excited or fired up. Some of the bigger venues I've been in, and you look around, you're like, oh shoot, there's a lot of people here. Yeah, it definitely gets you excited, but I try not to let any of that influence, the game plan. Trying to control myself. Yeah. Not just go out there like a wild man.
What can you tell us about the game plan? I know you don't want to give away any secrets or anything, but is there anything you can kind of let us in on?
I'm just going to try to be really intelligent and patient. Use a lot of my energy when it's demanded, but other than that, the power, the heavy hands, the technique and everything will be there all 15 minutes. So I don't need to force anything. And so I think this guy's going to be tough. He's not going to want to go away easy. So we'll just play for a while.
Now, I know, I mean, if you look at your record, I think every single one of your wins minus one were finished in the first round, if I'm correct. Is that something that you're actually trying to do, or is it just that it just happens?
It just happens. I'm trying to stop trying to finish guys like super quick, but I always wrestled that way. I came out and I could put a lot of pressure, power on people that it just overwhelmed them. And so I think I kind of made that was just kind of my style. I'd come out and try to finish dudes as fast as possible, but running into tougher guys, that's not going to be as easy. So I don't know. I just need to get more experience in there. I think for my first like 6 fights, I didn't fight a combined total of like 15 minutes. So right now I'm just focusing on getting ring time because, got to get better.
And is there that pressure? Like, hey, I have this crazy finishing rate. What if, I mean, even if you win, but maybe you go to decision, like, are you worried like, hey, my fans are going to be disappointed because I didn't get the finish?
Honestly, I've shifted my, perspective on that, especially because I've been helping out coach some friends of mine and stuff. But I honestly would be so happy with a, unanimous decision or a decision win, just because generally in those fights you learn a lot, and I could use a little more learning right now. Not necessarily that I need to be tried. I have badass training partners. I've been tried many times on the mat or in the cage, but I'd be totally happy with a unanimous win, especially if the opponent's tough. That means we stood in there and fought for 15 minutes. I had to earn that shit.
And looking at the Bellator rankings, I'm a little shocked that you're not in the top 10. You're in my top 10. I'm one of the ranking analysts. It does that, like, do you pay attention to that? Does that bother you? I mean, like, Ed Ruth is ranked and you beat Ed Ruth. I mean, what's your view of that?
I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. I'm just hanging out. I guess I'll just be the dark horse. I don't know, assassin.
Yeah. On that note, you say you're the dark horse. So if you were in the rankings, would that feel like you have a little bit more pressure on you? Like, hey, now people are watching me a little bit more than, you've got top 10 is already a good title contention.
I don't think so. I know like where I am. I regard myself as one of the best. I'm not even who I am yet. So, everything will fall into place when it need be. Maybe I need to go smack this dude up, and then they can't really deny me then.
Yeah. And then my final question: do you have a prediction for this fight?
I'd like to knock this guy out. I don't know. I think he's going to be pretty tough grappler, but if I, get him a little tired, stay on the feet, and just keep hitting him, I think he'll go away.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Good to talk to you.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be at one of your fights again someday.
That'd be awesome. Hope
Awesome.
to see you there.
Bye.
Bye, Amy.